of unfathomable sadness. Yummy, yummy.
Oh, boy, what is up, Miami Dolphin fans, and what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of the Miami Dolphins Deep Dive. Oh man, you could already tell by the sound of my voice that it did not go well at all for your good guy, Miami Dolphins. Now, I do want to say this and let this be a lesson to all of you guys that I am always here, regardless win, lose, or draw. In the past 24 hours, I was witness to my Florida State Seminoles being destroyed 63-3. Which to me, again, that game meant nothing because Florida State had like two starters playing in that game. So whatever, it was a bunch of freshmen against Georgia's first stringers for the majority of the game. So it is what it is. What I was not expecting was this 56-19 destruction of the Miami Dolphins. And here's why, because you had everything riding on this game. You had the number one seed in the NFL in the AFC riding on this game. This game could have been the defining game to shut all the naysayers up. This game could have been the defining game to win two of the MVP. This game could have been the game to say, hey, the Dolphins are for real. And the Dolphins did what the Dolphins do, and that is find a way to lose and lose in epic fashion. 56-19. And it could have been worse. Oh, it could have been worse. 56-19. Lamar Jackson had 5 passing touchdowns. He had a perfect quarterback rating. This is the second time in his career he's had a perfect quarterback rating. Guess when the other time he had a perfect quarterback rating? Oh, against the Dolphins. I think that year they put up it was like 62-10. That was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So, but nevertheless, the Dolphins are 11-5. But now here's the problem. The Buffalo Bills won today. So now that makes next Sunday's game, which could have been a rest game, now a game for the AFC East division. So now we let Buffalo climb their way back into the damn division, and Buffalo historically has the Dolphins number. So this is what happens with that. Shout out to Eddie Israel, Peace Tequila, best moderator in the business. Here's what happens now. You got a hot Buffalo Bills team coming into town. You have a Miami Dolphin team that lost Xavier Howard. Oh, God, the injuries. Lost Xavier Howard. Lost Bradley Chubb in garbage time. That's it for him. You could look at that. I'm no doctor, but you could listen to his scream on the field. You could look at exactly where he held his knee. That's it. I mean, that's it for him. And he was playing at a all-pro level this year. I didn't do much today, but he's done. I mean, the way he grabbed his knee, and when he grabbed his knee, all I could think about was Jalen Phillips all over again. So now we're probably going to be playing without Bradley Chubb for the rest of the season. Tua had an injury at the end. Tua had a shoulder injury. Tua already had an injury on his throwing thumb. He already had a quad injury, and now he went down with a shoulder injury. We don't know how, he didn't go into 10 or anything. He stayed on the sideline. So hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Peace, one love. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. But because the Dolphins cannot win without Tua. We just cannot win without Tua. And and he played like crap today. I'm gonna just say what it is. I mean, he was like 22 of 38, 200 plus yard, blah 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 blah. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Um, Tua played like absolute crap today, and it could have been because the thumb injury on the throwing hand. So I'm not gonna crucify him too much. How about Tyreek Hill not drop a wide open touchdown in the end zone that would have put you up 14-7? Tyreek Hill, how about hold on to that ball? Perfectly thrown ball. How about hold on to that ball? Chase Claypool, how about coming down? You don't get in the games, you get your chance to be in the game in the biggest moment. How about coming down with that perfectly thrown pass, coming down with that ball for a touchdown? I mean, just the today's game was just today's game reminded me of when the Dolphins were at their worst. And the worst Dolphins team I've ever seen was the 2007 Dolphins. They were the worst. That was a year, that was Cam Cameron's year. The 1-15 Dolphins, who actually beat these Baltimore Ravens for that lowly win. Eddie Israel saying that's why we traded him. Yeah, because Claypool came from Chicago, and Claypool to be 6'3", I'm like, oh man, this is going to be the game where Claypool's going to go off, red zone threat, no Waddle. They're going to run that offense. Whack, whack. I mean, he didn't get in the game until the end. And I mean, Tua threw him a perfect pass between two receivers. I mean, two DBs, and he couldn't hold on to it. Tyreek Hill, I guess, tried to make a move because that ball was right in his hands, and he did something and just bobbled it away. Just mistake after mistake after mistake. Again, Mike McDaniel, I love him as a coach. You'll never hear me say anything bad about Mike McDaniel. I hope he's our coach for a long, long time. But Mike McDaniel gets too cute. Why is it we're going into halftime driving, probably going to score a touchdown that's going to get us within one? Why you got the 2-minute warning coming up? Why are they rushing the ball to just let the 2-minute warning come? It probably better. Get your team some rest. They are trying to force the issue. Tua stares down his receiver, one-handed interception. I think that's the play that sealed the game there. That put the game, that sealed the game. And not to mention, the defense couldn't cover anything today. The defense was terrible. I mean, those receivers were running wild open all day. I mean, wide open. Duke Riley was getting blown past in coverage, but he's a linebacker. So again, I'm not going to give him too much flack. But how about you put a safety over there to help him? Where was Elliott? Where was Javon Holland? Nobody. These receivers were running open all game. These receivers were doing to Miami what Miami has been doing to other teams all season long. The Baltimore Ravens exposed the Dolphins. They found a way to neutralize that speed because A-Chain was still getting his runs off. A-Chain was getting his runs off. Tua was making some great throws across the middle. That one throw, 4th and 7 to Tyreek Hill, 4th and 2 to Tyreek Hill, the 25-yard throw down the middle, down the sideline. Fantastic. Yeah, you had some nice spot. You had some nice spot plays. Miami could have easily gotten back in the game, but the Dolphins, they love to overcomplicate things. They have a good running game. Without Mostert being there, A-Chain was serviceable enough. A-Chain and Wilson were serviceable enough. Why not run the ball some? Why not run the ball? Like it's so infuriating to me that McDaniel goes away from the run too quick. He legit goes away from the run too fast, man. And it's just, and I always said that it was going to cost us some games. I said it when I'm one of my group members will tell you when Tyreek Hill dropped that touchdown pass. I said that's going to cost us right there. There you go, right there, because that swung the momentum. Baltimore came back down and scored and never looked back. Just a horrendous game by Miami, man. No pass rush. I mean, Zach Sealer had the one sack. Christian Wilkins, ineffective. Van Ginkel, ineffective. Just nothing. They were just, I mean, literally, I was watching Georgia versus Florida State again. The way Lamar Jackson was just out there. And here's the funny thing. I thought Lamar was going to kill us on with his legs. Lamar didn't have to lead a pocket. I think he left the pocket like 3 times because there was 0 pass rush. He had so much time to throw that when they showed the aerial view, you're just looking like he's back there patting the ball. No pass rush. And here's the thing. They were down 2 of their starting O-linemen. No pass rush. I mean, our O-line held up. You seen Eichenberg went down towards the end, but he did come back. Our O-line has been held together by chewing gum all year, but that's not an excuse. So has every other team in the NFL. I mean, the injury that I'm going to be looking closely at will be the Tua injury, just because this team doesn't win without Tua. It doesn't. I mean, it is what it is. He played like crap today, but he did have he was on the injury report all week with a bad thumb on his throwing hand. Joe Burrow is out for the season because of that same injury. So the fact that Tua's playing through it, he also has a bad quad, and now he just hurt his throwing shoulder. So who knows? I mean, again, the team is 11-5, but it's looking more and more to me like and I hate to say this, but I'm the most honest Dolphin fan you'll ever find. To me, it's looking more like a fraudulent 11-5, just because you can't every single game you have against a team that you can make a statement against, you get your ass kicked. And it's not even like you just get beat. What was it? Week 3 or 4 against Buffalo, 4 touchdown destruction. We played the Eagles, had a chance to hang with the Eagles, which, God, the Eagles lost again today to Arizona. I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. We lost to the Eagles. We lost to Kansas City in Germany. Every time we have the chance to make a statement and beat a team, the Cowboy win was fun. The Cowboy win was fun because of bragging. You get bragging rights, especially living in Florida. You have so many fans here that are Cowboy fans. And they love to go at it with Dolphin fans. So that's fun. But in the grand scheme of things, who cares? The Cowboys stole a victory last night against the Lions. Terrible. The referees gave them that game, but whatever. So that game didn't even really mean anything. It's like when it comes down to having to beat these teams that you got, because these are the teams you're going to have to play in the playoffs. I mean, God forbid we had to go on the road and face a team like Cleveland or you got to go back to if we got to beat Buffalo next week. If you can't beat Buffalo next week, then you're going on the road. You're going on the road probably in that 6th spot to play probably Kansas City. Yeah, you'd probably play Kansas City, which I like our chances against a hurt Kansas City right now. But today would have meant so much, man. Today would have done 2 things. It would have solidified you as the team to beat in the AFC, because you beat the team that went out and destroyed San Fran. So look at this. Back-to-back weeks, Baltimore destroys San Fran, and then hold my beer. Let me do one better. And they come back and obliterate the Dolphins. Obliterate them. Completely wipe them off the field. I mean, the Dolphins had no business being on the field with Baltimore today. And that's the truth of the matter. See, that's what you get with me, is nothing but honesty. You don't get any fluff over here. I don't make anything up. My team looked like pure garbage today. Pure garbage. And this is reminding me too much of the 2008 Dolphins that went 11-5 and then ended up getting smashed in the playoff to Baltimore. Oh my God. Baltimore has just been a thorn in our side. To Baltimore. Like this team is looking a little too fraudulent for me right now. And I hate to say it because I've been the one all season. My group, man, my groups will tell you. I've been the one all season saying, why not us? Why not us for the Super Bowl? We could play with anybody, we could beat anybody. But the truth of the matter is, the three people that you're gonna have to beat to get to the Super Bowl: Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore. And we lost to all three of them. So how I don't know. I don't know. So for everybody that wants to call me delusional Dolphin fan, you can't call me delusional Dolphin fan because I'm looking at the numbers and I'm looking at the way things are and the way injuries are falling and the teams that are friggin' Philadelphia just lost to Arizona. I mean, like, come on, man. And an Eagle fan will never come on here and say anything. They'll come on here and say, oh, yeah, Miami lost. This is what the Eagle fan will do. Oh, we lost to Arizona, but you guys got beat by like 4 touchdowns. So what? So what? You lost to a team that probably has 2 wins all season. That's Eagle fan. That's Cowboy fan also, because Cowboy fan, not Keeler though. Keeler's not in this at all. This goes strictly to Ben because he still hadn't shown up from last week. Cowboy fan will talk about your team losing while forgetting that they haven't beat anybody with a winning record until like last night, which the referees gave them that victory. So it's just it's crazy, man. But listen, Miami got slaughtered today. I'm just hoping Tua is good to go. He did go down. He did go down with an injury on his throwing shoulder. So now he has a hurt thumb on his throwing shoulder. He has on his throwing arm, he has a hurt shoulder on his throwing arm. The guy's like literally out there just being held together by chewing gum. But I applaud his effort. I applaud his effort for staying healthy all season, because that was the big knock on him. I would still pay Tua his money because the truth of the matter is this team isn't 11-5 without Tua right now. Absolutely not. Again, Tyreek Hill dropped the easy touchdown, but hey, for everything Tyreek Hill has done for this team this year, it happens. Chase Claypool, you finally get a chance to make a statement. You can't come down with the ball. I mean, it is what it is, and that's why Eddie's saying that's why they traded you guys. So let me put this link in the chat because I know people do want to come on and talk to me. Because again, that's the thing with me. I don't run from no smoke at all. Y'all know that. I don't run from zero smoke. The link is in the chat. So if anybody does want to come on and have a rap with me, then feel free to do it. Let's go over these scores real quick. And then we'll be out of your way. So you have the Dolphins getting slaughtered 56-19 by the Baltimore Ravens, which now the Baltimore Ravens go to 13-3. Miami Dolphins go to 11-5. Truth of the matter is, at the beginning of the season, I said that the Dolphins would be 11-6. So if we win against Buffalo, we're right where I said that we should be. We're in the playoffs. Anybody could win. Tua today, 22-38, 237, 2 touchdowns, and 2 terrible interceptions. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I always say this, and my brother-in-law got a chance to experience this firsthand. When I'm watching a Dolphin game, I always stand in front of the TV and I always say, Tua, see it before you do it. See it before you do it. See it before you do it. Because Tua is good for 1 or 2 bullcrap passes a game. He is. And today he gave us 2 terrible passes. Terrible. He's the best in the I see you, Bones. He's the best in the NFL at looking off defenders. He's staring his receiver down. Why they didn't just let the 2-minute warning play out, I have no idea what the rush was. Honestly, that was terrible clock management, because even if you scored right there, you don't want to leave Baltimore any time before halftime to go down and score again. So I don't know what Mike McDaniel was thinking. Like, that was, again, that's why I tell you, they always do these bonehead, they do just the stupidest bonehead clock management. the Dolphins are still a stupid football team. They're a good football team. They're good, but they're very stupid. Like when it comes to just being situational football, they don't do situational football real good. And I could say that because I've watched enough of it. I've been watching this for a long time. They have consumed a lot of years of my life. And so nothing's going to change here, and I'm going to be as brutally honest as I could be with this. Devon A. Chain, 14 carries, 107 yards, 7.6 yards a carry. But guess what? Mike McDaniel went away from the run. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Tyreek Hill, 6 carries, 6 receptions, 76 yards. He had that drop touchdown. Durham Smythe, 3 catches, 54 yards. I do like how they're starting to incorporate the tight end. That should be Chase Claypool taking up those catches. Cedric Wilson, 2 catches, 27 yards and a touchdown. What I hated to see, though, on the sideline, Cedric Wilson sitting next to Tyreek Hill, and Cedric Wilson's over there yucking it up, laughing, and Tyreek Hill just looked at him like, dude, we getting our ass kicked. Like, what are you doing here? So let's I see Bones and wait a minute. So there's 2 Bones in the back. Let me see something. Bones, is 2 of you in the back. Who's the other one? Bones. I'm gonna put him back in the back just in case. I gotta make sure that nobody cloned his account. Bones, what's up?
Yeah, this is me right here.
Okay, so the other one, who is the other one?
I re-signed in at StreamYard, so the other one was from like a YouTube account or something like that. But this is me though.
Yeah, I'll just I'll just kick that one out. All right. Oh boy, tough day in the office, man. What you got?
Man, I'm very disappointed in my Bucks. We're supposed to come in and handle business today. If you win, you go in. Now we got to rely on our last game of the season. We got to beat the Panthers, which isn't, that big of a deal. But we still should have took care of business today. Our offense wasn't looking good. It's pretty putrid. Our defense was letting Alvin Kamara do whatever to us. It's just embarrassing, man.
And you know what's funny? Oh man, there's a lot of y'all watching today. I appreciate that. Please make sure and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. What's funny is you sent me a message and told me that I didn't pick in the Bucks and the Panthers game, and I started. In the Bucks and the Saints, and I started to pick the Saints, but I was like, man, ain't no way in the world the Saints gonna beat the Bucks because the Bucks got too much to play for, and here it is.
Plus, Derek Carr been looking like trash, so he was basically kind of like on his way out, kind of.
Oh boy, this was not good. This was not good.
No, tough day.
So let me go over the scores real quick. Thursday night final, the Browns, which are now 11-5, and I am scared to death of the Browns because that defense is ridiculous, and Joe Flacco has found the fountain of youth. They are now 11-5, 37-20 winners over the Jets. The Cowboys the Lions being completely robbed last night. 20-19 losers to the Cowboys, who were gifted a game by the referees. Don't let a Cowboy fan tell you any different. The Texans taking care of business over the Titans, 26-3. The Bears, 37-17 winners over the Falcons. Your good guy, Miami Dolphins, getting obliterated, 56-19 by the Ravens, which the Ravens do have the Dolphins number when it matters. You have Bones' Buccaneers losing 23-13. They were down 20-0 at one time to the Saints. You have the Patriots giving up the gallant effort, but still losing 27-21 to the Bills. Bill Belichick, that's why I say you're a terrible coach. All we needed you guys to do was beat Buffalo, and we could have just won the division on the strength of that. But now I see we got to take care of business on our own. In the shocker of the day, the Cardinals beat the Eagles 35-31. But an Eagle fan won't come on here and say anything. Where's Bubba? APB out on Bubba. Where's Bubba? No, nobody will come out here and say anything. The Jaguars with some guy I never heard of at quarterback beating the Panthers 26-0. The Colts 23-20 winners over the Raiders. The Rams with a scare. 26 26-25 winners over the Giants. I'd be afraid to play the Rams if I was any team in the NFC. The 49ers with a bounce back game, 27-10 winners over the Commanders. And in the late games, the Steelers are tied 7-7 with the Seahawks. The Chiefs are up 6-3 over the Bengals. The Broncos and the Chargers are scoreless. And then you have the Panthers, the Packers and the Vikings on tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, so there is no so we'll know the winner tonight then.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I see Eddie Israel joining. What's going on, Eddie?
Hey, peace. What's going on, everybody?
What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, same old. I'm just happy about my Bears today. I'm happy they got a win. Happy got the win, and we got that number one pick. That's the most important.
Yep, exactly.
Who you think they take?
Yeah, and I don't know. I want to go O-line. I don't know exactly who we would take, but I want to go O-line. I say we trade away. I say we trade down because we really don't need we really don't need none of the quarterbacks. We need a receiver and we need an O-lineman. We could pick up a D lineman in free agency. Hopefully, if we get that trade with the Raiders, we can get Max Crosby.
Yeah, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State, the receiver.
But they're paying him. They're trying to pay him to stay.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, he might go back.
So let me ask you a question. You think y'all could consistently win with Justin Fields at quarterback?
For sure, if they just let him play.
That's very interesting. That is very interesting. So you'd rather keep Justin Fields than get Caleb Williams or Drake May?
For sure, yeah. Because the thing is, we know what we got. We know what we got with Fields already. We don't know about those other two.
Wow.
And then we can end up thinking that next year is gonna be our year, and it don't end up being our year, and we basically just wasted another year of a rebuild. Because this year, if it weren't for the bad coaching, we would have been almost a playoff team, at least a wild card. That coaching knocked us out a lot of games.
I'm shocked, man. I'm shocked that you wouldn't take Caleb Williams over Justin Fields. Wow.
Oh no, yeah, not at all. No.
Dang, that's crazy. That's wow. That shocked me, man. Because Justin Fields is okay. So Justin Fields could probably end up being like a Lamar Jackson. I remember at the beginning, I wasn't a Lamar Jackson fan at all because all he did was run, and I just was like, "Oh, get out of here with that." But he over time grew into what we see today: 5 touchdowns, perfect quarterback rating. So I ain't gonna knock him.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say Caleb Williams is gonna be good, but I don't know how good he's gonna be in the NFL. Justin Fields, he has been pretty good, but the word around Chicago is that the coaching hasn't let him maximize his ability. So, but I'm not a Chicago fan. I don't watch all the games, so I can't say. But from the outside looking in, that's what they're saying. It's the coaching.
Yeah, we got to at least demote Eberflus. Like we could keep him for defense, but he cannot be the head coach.
I feel like anytime you have a young quarterback, you should also have a offensive minded head coach to flow with that, like how you got in Miami. Like it's a perfect marriage down there, or down here in Miami.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel saved Tua's career, pretty much. But Mike McDaniel in this offseason needs to learn a couple of things. He needs to learn clock management. He needs to learn that it's okay to just play conventional football, just line up and run. You don't have to always do trick plays. And for God's sake, stop throwing that wide receiver screen to Tyreek Hill. Just stop. Just stop it. Stop. is crazy. I'm tired of seeing that play, and he just gets gobbled up behind the line of scrimmage. I'm tired of it. Stop.
Yeah, they keep getting cute on. They keep getting cute on 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s. Just line up and run it. Like y'all got a line, y'all got backs.
That's
run
what
that
I'm
thing.
trying to say. Run the ball. Hey, running the and I'm the guy that I'm an offensive mind guy. I love the offense, but it doesn't. It's tried and true. Run game and defense wins you the Super Bowl. It does. It wins you a championship. You know, teams that are winning is because they could run that ball really good and they pick their spots. They pick their spots to be explosive. We get it. Tua, at least with me, I never doubted you anyway, because I said in 5 years we'll be in the Super Bowl. So we still got one more year into that. But I never was the one saying you couldn't run the offense. And apparently he tunes out the media and whatever. So we get it. You could play. You a baller, but y'all have to run the football. You were the number one rushing team in the NFL. Run the ball, eat up some clock, the same way they did in that Dallas game. They just kept handing the ball up. Hand the ball up. Jeff Wilson. It works. It works every time.
Yeah. Because you're wearing down the defense.
I don't know. But again, like I say, I take my licks, man. It ain't no. So I gave y'all the opportunity to come on and say something. But y'all won't. I know you won't. Eagles fans, y'all just don't talk to me. Y'all just can't talk to me because you lost to the Cardinals. So you can't talk to me. Period. MD, what's up, MD? Did Atlanta win? No, Atlanta lost. Let me see. And again, you know, I picked Atlanta with one of my. I picked Atlanta. Let me see. Did Atlanta win?
No, they for sure lost because they played us today. They for sure lost.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was 27-17. Okay. Yeah, so Atlanta lost to the Bears. Yeah, MD went to the game last week and they won. So I thought that was the ticket. Like that's what he was going to start doing. I know the games get expensive, but it was probably in Chicago.
It was in Chicago, and it turned out to be kind of snowy too. And they took out Heineke and put in Ritter for like the last couple of series, and it didn't matter because he threw some picks too.
Oh boy. Listen, man, that's why football is. You know what, MD? The link is in the chat because you're a Georgia Bulldog fan. So I want you to come up here because I've been catching heat on Facebook. People criticizing Florida State for losing by 60 when my contention is Florida State only had 2 starters in that game, real starters. They literally played with walk-ons and a bunch of freshmen. So you can come on and gloat because I know you're a Georgia Bulldog fan. So the link is in the chat. You want to come on and gloat that, you know, that y'all stomped out Florida State. I mean, come on, it's fine. And if not, so he's saying he ain't got nothing to say. Hey, man, football is so frustrating, man. And I feel like I messed us up this morning. Oh, there go MD right there. What's up, MD?
Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say, man, about the game yesterday or the game today. What you want me to say, man? Hey, with the Georgia game, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? They, you know, the steam was let out of Florida State after, you know, being ousted. I get it. You know, but Georgia, their attitude is different. You know, they use that energy and whoever on the field, it don't matter. You know, they was gonna get destroyed either way.
Let me ask you a question, MD, because I said this. What's up, Jackie McCall? Jackie, it's funny because you didn't come on when the Dolphins beat the Raiders, but you doing that same thing. But it's all good. Let me ask you this question because I made this comment yesterday because the more I thought about it and I looked at the look on Mike Norvell's face on the sideline. So listen to what I'm about to say. I get it why the players didn't play. But a part of me feels like those players let their coach down. They literally quit on their coach.
That's the age of college football we live in. You know what I'm saying? College football ain't what it was 20 years ago. We know that. You know, it's all about the transfer portal and NILs now, man. They don't these bowl games, man. They treat these bowl games like the Pro Bowl in the NFL, man. It don't mean nothing if you ain't in the playoff. That's why they needed to have the expansion for next year. The money is there, and that's what it's about at the end of the day. And now that the players involved, that's what they about.
Hey, so next year it expands to 6 teams. Am I correct or no?
It's gonna be is it 16? Yeah, 16. Yeah,
it's 16.
Yeah, next year. Okay.
But think about this. Think about this. You've had the bowl games. I started watching college football like in '85, and there's always been bowl games. And I've watched all pros, NFL Hall of Famers come up throughout the years that always played in those bowl games, no matter what. And this is when they weren't making money. So they weren't playing for the national title. They weren't making money, but they looked at this game as a showcase game like, hey, if anybody was making a decision on taking me as a number 1 pick versus a 2nd round pick, I'm going to show you why I'm the man. The fact that Florida State had their entire offense and their entire defense, with the exception of 2 people, not playing that game was a slap in the face to that university. That's how I feel. You was 13-0, and I get it, man. The committee cheated you. I get it, because look at that. Jordan Travis was there. If anybody had no business to be at that game, it was Jordan Travis. He was there. Like, bro, I just felt like I'm watching that game yesterday, and I'm like, man, I can't believe Florida State, the players are doing this. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Prestige don't matter no more, Trevor. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you proved your own point. The transfer portal and how it go every year now for the past couple of years proved that. Prestige in the school is a non-factor at this point. When money became a factor for these players, it changed the game. No longer is it about the prestige of the school. It's about the player in itself. So if I'm going to play in a meaningless game, why would I? And I'm already getting NIL money. I'm already announcing I'm being in the transfer portal, and already getting looked at by other schools. Why would I even care? Like, just keeping it real. Why would I care? That's where we at now. I mean, I can't knock it. You know what I'm saying? That's just where we at.
I would have rather them not play last night. The way they got it looked like you had an NFL team playing against a middle school flag football team. It was that overmatched.
And think about it though, Trevor. We're not talking about the Independence Bowl or the Sun Bowl. We talking about the Orange Bowl.
Orange Bowl, one of the big 4.
And players could care less.
That would almost, you know what that would be like? That would be like a wrestler saying, oh man, I can't wrestle Roman for the title, so I don't want to wrestle at SummerSlam. I don't want to wrestle at the Royal Rumble. You turning down a shot to be on the big 4 because you can't play for the championship. That's ridiculous. Georgia players didn't sit out. I saw the list. You had a couple. I mean, it was minuscule.
Yeah, I mean, Brock Byers is the best college football player in the game right now. He didn't play. And I get it. You know what I mean? He's gonna go top 10 in the NFL. So the prestige again, why would you do it? Once you put individual responsibility on the players, they have that right to do that. Back in the day, you didn't have that right as a player, as a college player. Now you do. You deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
All right. So yeah, it's crazy.
Don't ask me nothing about the Falcons. I don't care. I don't care what happened.
Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I watched 2. I got beat down twice this weekend, so it's fine. But I'm gonna ask you this because you know we coming up on the time. Y'all know I like this one to be under an hour. I'm gonna ask y'all this. Well, Eddie already told me he don't want Caleb Williams, so I know he gonna say no. Bones, I'm gonna ask you this too. We all heard the news. Russell Wilson's getting cut. Y'all want him on your team?
No, I still Baker Mayfield.
You stay with Baker over Russell?
Yeah.
Ugh, man.
Only because he already been there. He got chemistry and Russ, man. Like I mean, he's good for one of the 32 teams. I just don't want him on my team, you know? MD, you can have him in Atlanta, or Washington can take him, but not in Tampa.
MD, you'd want him. You'll take him in Atlanta any day, right? With those weapons. Oh, MD on mute.
Absolutely, I'll take him. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's a long-term solution, because we know he's 35. For a bridge, absolutely. Man, look at the quarterback play we just had today. like, come on, man. And I'm saying Taylor Heineke is way better than Ritter. Way better. And he still threw 3 interceptions today.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. He should definitely he would definitely fit in Atlanta for sure.
Atlanta got weapons, man. Atlanta got offensive weapons.
Sierra need to call somebody. Hey, I don't know what she need to do, but come on back home, Sierra. Come on back home, CC. Bring it on home.
But now, would they have to eat that $37 million? Because Denver can cut him and not have to pay that.
No. The way I read it, I think the March 1st deadline, Denver will pay that money. Woo. All other money he get from any other team will be extra. So they were saying, realistically, Russell could say, "Hey, look, I'll take $1 or $2 million for this year. I'm getting my money on the back end from Denver, and I would love it."
See, I thought the way I heard it is that if they cut him, they wouldn't have to take the hit. So they got to pay. They got to pay him his non-injury. His non-injury is the 30-something million. Woo. Wow. So why not just
pay him that?
Why not just keep him and then cut him the next year?
You got to pay him that money either way, because that was the incentive in his contract.
I got the front door. It's not doing nothing about the heat.
Hey, Eddie, mute your mic, Eddie. Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Sean Payton don't want to do it in a whole nother year with Russ. They can't last another year together.
Sean Payton is a fraud.
Yep.
Sean Payton is a fraud. But
trust me, I've been dealing with him in the NFC South division, man. It was all Drew Brees in New Orleans. It wasn't Payton. He got too much credit.
Yeah, Sean Payton. Eddie, Jackie McCall saying Tampa don't have a quarterback.
Not saying quarterback, but
Jackie, do y'all have a quarterback? Because that Aiden O'Connell guy, he ain't it.
Yeah.
The Raiders don't have no quarterback. You talking about anybody else don't have a quarterback. But all right, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, man. So y'all the Raiders can use him at the quarterback. OMD fell off. Man, y'all go ahead and give your last words, man. If I can shut this down and go. Just
man, to the Buccaneers, man, we got to do better. You know, today was a big letdown. We're supposed to clinch the NFC South, get our division, but we'll bring it back next week, beat the lowly, disgusting Panthers, and clean the NFC South title, and look like we'll be seeing the Eagles in the playoffs.
Y'all could get the Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all definitely could beat the Eagles. Eddie, you got anything to close us out with?
Yeah, overall, you know, it's just a good Sunday for football, period. You know, it was some great games today, you know, and like I say, I'm glad about that number 1 pick. I say, you know, with the Bears, I say we keep Justin Fields, trade the number 1 pick, load up on pieces, fix our holes, and run it back next year.
You know, football fans got the most hope more than anybody, because it literally only takes 1 draft pick to change your entire franchise. Like you'll legit change your whole trajectory with a good draft pick. But my team has already clinched his playoff spot. It just depends on where we're going to be and if we're going to get a home victory. So all right, fellas. Before we go, just a station note, we will be starting back up strong next year. The MMA brothers will have their end of the year review show this coming Friday. So this coming Friday at 7 p.m. I guess 7:30, somewhere around there. They'll solidify the time with me. They will be doing their end of the year review show. This Wednesday, we will be doing our end of the year review show for Wrestling with Reality. There will be no Man Talk Monday tomorrow because of the holiday, but Man Talk Monday will return January 8th. Tate Fist Politics is on a season break, so we got to find out what we're going to do with that Tuesday spot right now. And January 11th, there will be an open biblical panel discussion. Jackie McCall, make sure you're there. It will be about the 1,000-year millennial reign, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's going to be about 1,000-year millennial reign. And then I already have about 5 or 6 debates set up that's completely taking the month of January and February, which is crazy because this whole break I've been setting up debates. January 4th, which is this Thursday, coming Thursday, I will be doing an interview with an author named Stephen Smith. He's the author of a book called From Homosexuality to Holiness. So apparently he used to be a hustler, a gay hustler, and now he's in holiness. So I'm going to interview him. So we're going to see how that goes. That's how I do my interviews. So that's going to be great. That is this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So that's all I got by way of announcements. Fellas, thank you guys for coming on. Happy New Year when it comes. A prosperity and good health and blessings and peace and all that good stuff for 2024. We could use a little bit of luck on our side because past couple years have been brutal on us. All right, fellas, so I will get with y'all.
Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace
out. Oh, man. There you have it. Straight Talk Society. Another fantastic episode of the Dolphins Deep Dive. And I just realized I got the stuff up for the UFC show. Look at that. You see how ill prepared I was today? You see, when the Dolphins play this bad, it just throws me completely off. But nevertheless, it's all good. Hey, Miami, do better. You got destroyed today. Do better. You got made a fool of today. You're supposed to be one of the best teams in the NFL. You got beat by the most points this week. So if all the games is going to happen this week, your game had the biggest point differential. You just looked absolutely terrible, played awful on both sides of the ball. Yeah, we scored 19 points, whatever. Played awful on both sides of the ball. Subpar quarterback play from Tua. The best thing about today was A-Chain. A-Chain has some fantastic runs. Fantastic catch in the end zone for the touchdown. You guys got to do better. You got to do better, man. We got Buffalo coming in here next week, and now the Buffalo game is for the division. It would have been one thing had you won today. The Buffalo game would have meant nothing. You could have rested everybody and just got ready for the playoffs. But now you got to play a hungry Buffalo team that literally had the scrap and claw for everything, and now they're coming in here to say, hey, we're better than you, Miami. We're going to push you around on your own home field. Can Miami hold up? Who knows? Not if they play the way they played today, they can't. But we do have the knowledge because I keep track of every game. Miami has not lost back-to-back games all season. They have not. And their wins and losses have followed suit the entire season. So they'll lose, win 2, lose, win 1, lose. And that's how it is now. They have not lost back-to-back games all season. So hopefully this loss today will be the final loss of the season, and we could take care of business with Buffalo. I look forward to that game being flexed into the night game, just because that game has the division on the line. I'm pretty sure they're going to flex that out of the 1 o'clock spot. So you got Buffalo and Miami for the division, the way it should be. Miami, you got to prove if you really want to be mentioned as an upper echelon team in the NFL, especially this year where anybody could win. There's no clear-cut favorite. I mean, well, Baltimore is making everybody look bad, but there's really no team that's unbeatable in the NFL this year. You got to beat Buffalo. All you got to do, beat Buffalo. That's all you got to do. And it sounds easy for me to say, but you got to beat Buffalo. Beat Buffalo, you win the division, you get a home playoff game, and you probably get that number 2 seed. So you got a lot at stake, because not only if you win the division, because right now is Baltimore, Miami, and the Chargers, not the Chargers, the Chiefs are division leaders right now. So all you need, you could get that number 2 spot, and the Jaguars. So you could get that number 2 spot if you beat Buffalo. So you could clinch the division, get that number 2 spot, you beat Buffalo, and then all will be right with the world. We'll have home field throughout until it comes time to play in the AFC title game. Baltimore Ravens, I'm saying this now, we'll see you again real soon. We'll see you. We'll see you. We'll see you in January. We'll see you end of January. We'll see you again. Let's run it back. That's what I am saying. Let's run it back. So, with all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Cowboy fans, y'all, I mean, with the exception of Keela and One Love, y'all make me sick. Y'all really make me sick. Y'all are the epitome of just, I only show up when I win. Y'all make me sick. Just pathetic. Hey, I already gave the announcements of what we have coming up this week in the new year. Everybody, please have a safe New Year's, man. If you don't have to go out tonight, don't go out, man. Just stay home with your family. That's what I'm going to do. I'll be in with my family, bringing in the new year with my wife and daughter the way it should be. Everybody stay safe, peace and blessings and good health and prosperity and money. And let's just hope that this coming year is better than this previous year. So peace to One Love, peace to Ricardo, peace to Jackie McCall, Eddie Israel, Keela, the best moderator in the business, MD Bones. It was a lot of y'all watching this show today. I appreciate that. Please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button to help this channel continuously grow. One Love is funny. I saw you guys making that roast, so it prompted me to make one. That's what I got cooking up in the oven right now. So again, man, this is the last show of the year for the Straight Talk Society, but we will be back bigger and better in 2024. We're coming, man. We're coming with that same energy. And we will even have merch coming, so you can have Straight Talk Society t-shirts. They will be available very soon. Just peace to everybody that supported me, and I just, you make a guy proud, and that people would actually come to hear me run my mouth is fantastic, and I love it in so many ways. I even thank you haters, those of you that send me relentlessly send me text messages from 10 different numbers. I appreciate you guys too, because if it wasn't for y'all, then I wouldn't know that what I was doing was making such an impact. So peace to you guys too. Hopefully you get a life in 2024, but I doubt it. But one could hope. But again, thank you everybody so much. 2023 was a great year for the Straight Talk Society, man. It's just only going to grow, on continuously make this thing bigger. Shout out to everybody, man. Vancat, Mike, Wayne, Young Kev, the ladies will pour your heart out. Everybody, the MMA brothers, Dr. Mia. Dr. Mia will be back. Dr. Mia is ready to go. She's locked, loaded, and ready to go. So she will be back next year. Just peace to everybody, man, that just made this thing what it was. Hey, I always say I'm just a man with a microphone, and you guys have really helped me realize and live out this dream. So again, peace. Be safe, everybody. I'll see you in 2024. But for the Miami Dolphins and all their fans, I leave you with this.
Oh, the tears of unfathomable sadness. Miami.